do you airmail that? Hello friends, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to the best day of the week! It's Thursday, and that means it's time for another edition of Steve's Dang It, presented by Advil. On this week's edition, there are no rules, because I'm wearing this shirt. Yeah, we're gonna say that for last. You saved the best for last. Alright, it's Game 6, Oilers, Golden Knights. It's in Edmonton. The Oilers are trying to stave off elimination and force a Game 7. The building is losing its mind. Let's go, Oilers! And they should have been chanting, if you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
And the Oilers faithful getting into it right off the bat here at Rogers Place tonight. Loud and clear, the Let's Go Oilers chants. Here's a chance and a goal from Riley Smith. And for the first time in this series, the Vegas Golden Knights strike first.
Buries this one from the slot, and Stuart Skinner puts it around the wall. Good pinch down by Carlson. And this puck right out to Smith in the slot. He wastes little time on the one-timer. This is just a heads-up play. It was a play trying to go to a partner in the middle of the ice in a 50-50 battle, and it just kind of gets chopped right to Smith.
His stick didn't break on that one, so you don't even have that excuse. Now, I will concede that on this one, Stuart Skinner is not entirely in the wrong. I think this was a bit of a collective mistake, but it immediately sapped all of the life out of the loudest building in the league, at very least on that night, less than 30 seconds in. And the Golden Knights were able to shut the Oilers down for the vast majority of Game 6, in part thanks to having Alex Pietrangelo in the lineup, even though he tried to injure, like literally that was his only intent, was to try to injure the league's leading goal scorer. What a league, I know. And hey, don't look at me on this one, because I gave him a 5-minute major. It was the league who was like, one game. Sure, he tried to break a guy's wrist, but we can't have him missing an elimination game. That's unreasonable. All of it, I say. That's a dang it. Now this one, unfortunately, is on me. Mattias Ekholm takes a high stick that carves his face like a jack-o'-lantern. No call.
He said the pressure continuing, and the pressure is on. And here is Mattias Ekholm, who went down.
Catches him here in this battle. You're going to see as he comes up, and I mean, that's right in the face. And that's most likely a double minor because he's cut on the play, but no penalty on the play as he goes down.
Let the debate rage. Was it a continuation or was it an errant high stick? My personal opinion is if that was a continuation, then so was Darth Maul's. Listen, what are we doing here? What are we doing here wasting our breath? We know that would have been called in the regular season. We know it would have. And if an established veteran like Mattias Ekholm's not getting that call, what chance do you have? Blood is a tricky thing with NHL officials, especially in these playoffs. One guy gets high-sticked and he's bleeding, and they call it 2 because it's not enough blood. The next game, the teams are reversed. Someone gets high-sticked and they're bleeding, but it's only 2 because it's not enough blood. And in this one, the guy is pouring blood, but the way it happened was fine. It's what was your face doing there, Mattias? How are you supposed to build a champion when nobody knows the rules? That's a dang it. Now, for any NHL official who is watching this and screaming at the screen, good. But also, here's me getting it back because I did not believe in the Seattle Kraken. And they featured me in their in-arena little hype-up video, not believing in them, heading into the second round.
In the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're asking me if I think the Seattle Kraken will be the Colorado Avalanche, and just no.
Ooh, got a little headache after that one. I'm gonna need an Advil. Did producer Nick, we got Advil? Here is my apology to the Seattle Kraken. I am sorry for being the only person in the world to not pick a second-year expansion team to knock off the reigning Stanley Cup champion. Still, I got that one wrong. That's a dang it. Now, unfortunately, the Seattle Kraken are on the receiving end of the next dang it. Game 7 against the Dallas Stars. This one's more unfortunate than anything, but Jamie Alexiak, the former Star, collects the puck, the airborne puck that just sort of dies there on the ice, and the Stars swoop in.
And get that first goal, but there's no doubt that Grubauer is starting to become a story as he's had several good glove saves here in this second period.
Alexiak lost it. Hintz moves in. Score!
he never seems to lack it. And when he gets chugging from his own zone, that speed is tough to contain. Alexiak not able to handle that flip puck. You can see he knows that Hintz is on him. So, you know, when you have that pressure, you can panic, and Hintz is able to corral that puck, and instead of going to the glove side this time, as Seguin did a couple of times, he goes to the blocker side and gets the Stars their first goal of Game 7.
I mean, it's actually a pretty nice play from Rope, hence you could have easily argued that's a hat pick, but for Alexiak and the Kraken, it's not their fault. But it is a dang it. For our next dang it, the miss no one will remember because the Hurricanes won Game 5. Here's Jesper Fast.
Kotkaniemi throws it in front, but off the stick of Marino. Picked up by Drury, sent to the line. Costas Berra's got it. Hands it out for Drury. Down low. Waiting. Chance in front. Oh, Jesper Fast put it over the goal. Fast can't believe it's not 1-0.
How do you airmail that? Wouldn't you know it, who's standing in front for the Game 5 overtime winner, so no one's gonna remember that, but I will. And that's a dang it. Another reason why it might not be remembered is, well, it's probably not even the worst miss from that game. And this one, people will remember because the Devils lost. Here's Timo Meier. How?
Racing after it, Brett Pesce has to hustle to get back there first. Meier all over Pesce, took it away. McLeod in front, waiting. Great chance. Hughes across. Oh, and Meier put it through the crease. Wide open net, couldn't bury it. Second period line change. Watch the Carolina bench as everyone's jumping over it, and Pesce kind of gets left by himself. He tries to use the net for protection, but at some point he decides to bail and jam the brakes on. Meier strips him, gets it to McLeod, back to Hughes, and then it's not going to get any more wide open, as I said, than that. New Jersey tries to stretch this lead. How about this? Does it get any more wide open than that for Meier?
How? Timo Meier with a yawning cage. Honestly, I'm surprised Hughes didn't get the shot off first. How doesn't this sequence end with at least a shot on goal from the Devils? Oh, maybe they still lose the game. Maybe they still lose the series, but oof, Maroon. That's a dang it. But maybe neither miss, neither dang it is as big as what happened in overtime. Listen, as an NHL official, I'm a very forgiving guy. You high stick a guy in the face, I tell you what, no you didn't. I didn't see it. If you watched a YouTube video on how to become a chiropractor before the game and you wanted to try it out on your opponent, guess what? I didn't see it either. Yeah, but if you send the puck over the glass in the defensive zone, my hands are tied. There's nothing I can do. I know I let several borderline crimes go throughout the night, but this one I got a call. And it's Jonas Siegenthaler sending the puck over the glass in overtime, giving the Hurricanes a power play.
Now Hughes chipped it across the tar in his own zone for Hamilton. Out in the air. Oh, that went straight out. That's going to be a penalty. Hamilton or Siegenthaler put it over the glass. Power play Carolina in overtime. You can't hide from it as Siegenthaler is trying to snap this high off the glass and out of the zone, and it just gets on the toe of his stick as he's backing up, and it gets up and away, and you can see the hands going up from Natchez.
And on that power play,
with it again to Costas Bear across, Kotkaniemi waiting, shoots, scores! Jesper Fast tips it in. Carolina wins it in overtime, and the storm will surge on as the Hurricanes advance to the Eastern Conference Final. And then Gostisbehere lays it over to Kotkaniemi. He rigs the wrist shot, and right there, it goes off of Foss.
hey, that was the guy who missed the first one. That's pretty cool. That's a great story. But also, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's a dang it. I'm sorry. Now for my favorite series. My favorite one. It's my favorite. Here's Morgan Rielly scoring a goal that was not allowed because it wasn't a goal. It was, but it wasn't.
O'Reilly at the line. That hit a skate. Comes in front. Rielly scores! No signal yet.
But watch Bobrovsky. Goes for the poke check. Misses it. Hits his blocker. And then gets right down on that post area. The first view that they showed in the building, it might have gone around the pad and in. But you know that Bobrovsky feels that it's tied. Watch this angle here as it hits the blocker, starting to go over, hits the pad. Well, that view is awfully hard. You lose sight of the puck.
Let's get this out of the way right away. That no goal call was absolutely the right call, and I'm saying that as a Leaf fan. It pains me to say it, but it was the right call. Do I think in my heart of hearts that's a goal? Do I think in my heart of hearts that puck legally crossed the line while play was still going? Yep, sure do. Absolutely. Can you prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt? And no, the grainy little picture that you were sharing on Facebook with your uncle does not count as definitive proof. Do I think beyond a shadow of a doubt that puck, 100% of that puck, 100% crossed the line? No. And if you can't prove that it's 100% a goal, then it's not a goal. But it's still a dang it. Part of the dang it is we have, like, technology. Like in tennis, soccer has a bunch of this. There's a microchip in the puck. There was a microchip in that puck. But we don't have the technology because the NHL is last to everything. We talk about the NHL having reviews that are way too long all the time. That's a review that I don't mind being long, because how do you get the call? Like, seriously, if the puck is under a goalie's pad, how do you guess? How do you guess? And you know what would have prevented that whole brouhaha from happening is if the NHL wasn't last to absolutely everything and we had goal line technology. But we don't, so we had to guess, and we guessed that it wasn't a goal. That's a dang it. Now, before we show you the final dang it of the video, I just wanted to take a minute to promote my ref school. I actually have a ref school that goes on during the summer, and it's where you learn how to become a ref, where you learn how to make the proper calls. Like here, do you know what interference is? It's when you hit a player who does not have the puck, he's nowhere near the puck, didn't just get rid of the puck. You didn't hit him within a reasonable amount of time after getting rid of the puck. It is very clearly you're just hitting the guy to hit him. Can we show a clear-cut example of interference?
Flip it away. See if Marner can find the bouncing puck. He can't. Gets knocked down by Stahl. Fans react. Reinhardt in with Lundell.
Yeah, that. Exactly like that. That was a good clip. It got 2 minutes on the ice, right? It didn't, because it happened in the third period of a playoff game. A game that was going into overtime. In a game where one of the teams should have definitely started overtime with a power play, but we just simply don't do that for some reason. It's just not allowed. Oh, well, that's why you need to come to my ref school to learn about reffing. We're all very good at this. Speaking of which, the last dang it of the video, you can call it salty. I call it what it is. No goal.
Here's Achari. Trying to get it to the front, and Gudas knocked that away. And now it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Cousins with Gudas driving the lane. Nick Cousins scores! It's a series winner for Nick Cousins. And the Florida Panthers are headed to a Southeastern Conference final.
To keep the game alive, Cousins coming in with a middle drive there. You got a forward back in position. Radko Gudas gets to the front of the net as a screen, and
Steve, what do you mean no goal? This is it. Look at Radko Gudas! Look at him holding on to Calle Jarnkrok's stick.
Cousins with Gudas driving the lane. Nick Cousins scores!
Oh, gosh, what do we pay all these analysts for and all these coaches for? It's actually so simple, and I'm so glad that Radko Gudas showed us all how to do it. Is there a pesky defensive player on you when you're trying to take a shot on goal and score? Well, I have just a solution for you. Should you, out-strategize them? Should you rush back? Should you get in a proper position? No! You simply hold that player's stick and prevent him from doing his job. Now, Steve, you might say, isn't holding the stick a penalty? Sure it is. But this is overtime, baby. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's when the most people are watching. And it's important that you show the biggest audience that you're going to get all season that nothing, absolutely nothing, matters. You can call it salty, you can call it sour grapes, you can call it whatever flavor you want. I call it another day at the office for NHL officials. Boo and fart. How do we continue to put up with this? that's a dang it. So that is it for this week's edition of Steve's Dang It's, presented by Advil. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. What's the motto of any good sportsman? Do whatever you want, because nothing matters.